It's very important while you're learning C++, every step of the way to take a little pause and practice a lot and try things out, play around with everything you know, just have a lot of fun, print out your own little messages, type a whole bunch of stuff. You can print out a whole bunch of messages over here. Maybe make a little program for your friend or something and send it to him in the mail, or print some funny message or something and make someone play it. Whatever, have a whole bunch of fun with your things, test things out, see stuff that works, stuff that doesn't work, and this is the best way how you could figure things out in C++. When you play around a lot and you test stuff and you come across things that doesn't work, you ask questions, get answers, and stuff like that. Here, let's try out this little program over here. Compiling, running, here we go. Blah 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 blah. As you see, he's printing out all of our messages over here, one after the other without any spaces, because, well, we never told him to separate anything with any spaces, or return carriage, which makes the text go to the next line. And then, of course, we type something in and we press enter, and the program finishes. So after you've played around some with this stuff that you know already, let's continue on with some more stuff. We're going to keep most of the code we already typed up, and we're just going to add a little bit more right before the CIN thingy in the main function. Alright, try to follow along and type up like this. Cout. We'll call this little thingy over here, these triangle brackets, we'll call that the output operator. Okay, so cout, output operator, quotes. Here is some text. Then right before the closing quotes, make a backslash and an N, the letter N. Now, cout, output operator, quotes. Here is a number cout, output operator, no quotes, 10, semicolon, and let's do one more little thing. Cout, output operator, quotes. How much is 15 plus 17? The answer is type everything exactly as you see it typed right over here. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to add before. Right after the 10 and the semicolon, cout ENDL semicolon. So let's see if we can figure out what all this means. I mean, we know what cout and this text is supposed to mean. This is new stuff over here, so is this, and over here too. Let's see what happens when our program runs. Compiling, and here it is. So let's compare our program that's running right now with the commands that we typed in and try to deduce what's going on. Well, in our code we wrote here is some text, \n, but over here I only see here is some text and nothing else. And actually the next line appears one line further. As you may figure out, the \n is a special, what's called an escape character, which means that although anything at all that you type within quotes is going to be recognized as just plain text, however, the \/ is a special character which in some cases may signal to the compiler that we have a special thing we want to have in our text. Like over here, \ and n means that we want to have a new line, meaning like carriage return in our text output. So as you see, this worked, and everything else was now printed on the next line. So we just learned that \ n is like pressing enter, which makes things go to the next line. Now, then we printed here is a number, and we are printing over here 10. The funny thing is that 10 over here is outside of quotes. Now you might have thought that everything has to be in quotes, but the truth is that if you just want to put out plain regular text, then just put it all in quotes. But there are more things which you could output, not only just plain old text. You could print to the screen a whole bunch of other special stuff. Like you see over here, the number 10 is being printed out just as it is, without needing to have those quotes. As we go further, we're going to learn more and more about what type of interesting stuff can be printed out, not as text, but as a special something else. Here's one of those examples. ENDL is a special code word which was invented in the IOStream file, which has the same effect as the \n. What it does is, it makes everything else from now on go on the next line. As you see over here, after the 10, when we had ENDL, which means end line, now, from now on, everything is going to go on a new line over here, just like the /n did before. So now that we're on a new line, let's see what's going on over there. How much is 15 plus 17? The answer is, and over here we do a mathematical operation. Here's another special thing which you can output, which you can print using this cout thingy. We already saw you can print out text inside of quotes. We saw you can print out a number. We saw you could print out a special keyword which is in the IOStream file, which makes things go on the next line. And now we see we can also do mathematical calculations, since, like you see over here, we have our answer to this mathematical question. Right over here, 32 is the sum of 15 plus 17. Over here, the compiler did the calculation for us, and the program is printing for us the actual result. The program isn't printing just simply 15 plus 17. It's actually doing the calculation and printing for us the results in our window. And yes, you're right. If we would wrap this up inside of quotes, no calculation would be done, because the compiler would just treat this as regular text, just like how much is blah 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 blah, and it wouldn't do anything with it. Since we took it outside of quotes, which means that this isn't going to be regular text, it's going to be something else, something special, then the compiler will try to figure out what it is. And over here he figured out that it's a mathematical calculation, and so he did that mathematical calculation for us and printed out the answer in our window. And finally we have our CIN get, which means the program is waiting for us to type something to finish, and when we press enter, the program is done.